Coach Basics is an action-driven training system for leaders to implement with their teams, and it is going to change the future of Beachbody because it's a turnkey system that drives business. How does it do that?
I can't wait to hear it.
It starts your coaches strong. It is actually, it gets results because it's a 60-day Diamond Coach and Above led program for new coaches. It teaches the fundamentals for every coach to be able to master the 3 vital behaviors.
All right, so you threw quite a few things out there, and we're going to kind of peel away the layers of the onion on this as we go through this and through the next little bit here. But if you were to define the goals, overall goals of Coach Basics, they are what?
Well, we know, as we've been hearing, right, a successful new coach needs to earn money right out of the gate. So one of the first goals we had was for them to make at least $100 so they could cover the cost of their Shakeology. We also want them to become a success starter, and that means achieving Success Club 5 within their first month of business. Additionally, we know we love to get them to Emerald rank within the first 60 days of their business. What does that do? It drives confidence. Confidence keeps your coaches engaged in the business and keeps that relationship with you that will keep them for the long haul.
All right, so that's really the goals for the brand new coach, the participant. But we also have goals that we've established for this group, what we'd like to see come out of this program, right?
You bet we do, and you shared some of these earlier, right? We know that if we can have our leaders strong, that's going to really impact your business. How many of you star diamonds out there right now have an emerald, a ruby, or a diamond that was here today and they're gone tomorrow? Does that happen to any of you?
Well, we don't know when tomorrow is, but anyway, today they're gone.
Yeah, right. So what do you spend your time doing? Working hard to replace those coaches, right? And always trying to find someone and get them back or replace them. So we know if we can develop strong leaders right out of the gate, you can focus on continuing to add new business into your organization. Does that sound good?
It does. I mean, when you think about it, I'm sure you'd agree that the biggest effort that we put out there initially is to go out and invite and to overcome the hurdles of bringing people into the business. And oftentimes what happens is you finally have that new person come in and you've got them there and then you go, okay, now what do I do? And you've made all sorts of representations and you go, how do we create the opportunity for them to have the highest probability of success? And that's really what this program will hopefully do.
Exactly. We want our leaders to develop a strong and thriving downline organization, create a team volume engine, and a system that is easy to duplicate. So
everybody got in their package a Coach Basics report card. So if you haven't got those out, why don't you go ahead and pull those out?
So based on the goals we just talked about, that's what this report card is going to show you within your organization. You'll see there's a page that shows what your success is like with your new coaches. You're also going to see on the second page what your personally sponsored diamonds are doing. Because again, we're really trying to build those diamonds. You're not going to see any of your star diamonds because they have their own organizations, they have their own stats. Well, we want you to take a look at what your personally sponsored diamonds are able to achieve. Now we're going to come back to this report card, but we just wanted to point it out to you right now.
Yeah, it's amazing. You'll see, and if you think about the fact that since Summit, for example, we've had 35,000 new coaches come into the business.
Yeah.
And all of those coaches really fall within your organization. So we're going to share some numbers and some results that impact that. But you think, as you look at your report card, what you've done, this will give you, again, a great benchmark and show, I think, where the opportunity is down the road.
Right, so let's start with how Coach Basics came to be. It was over a year ago that we were approached and asked, what can we do? We need something more. And our leaders came to us and said, we need a system. We need more than that 7-day quick start. And so we said, all right, let's do this. Let's figure out what we can do to help get new coaches started strong. So we actually looked at a multitude of programs that already exist. Some of you have great onboarding programs, right, Jeff? We've seen them. So we collected as many of them as we could. And we grabbed all the best pieces, the best practices, and we had all this fantastic content. So then the question came, how do we get this content? How do we deliver it back out to the field in a system that can be easily used and duplicated? So we're thinking, all right, we know it needs to provide support. We know it needs to provide accountability. And we know it needs to have goals. So how are we going to do this? Well, our challenge group concept is exactly what we knew that we had to implement to get results, because those challenge groups get results, right? So we took all the content and we created a challenge group concept for launching new coaches.
Let me just pause for a moment. When Leanne said that we gathered the best ideas, I want to be very, very clear on this. There are many coaches here that have a very successful onboarding process, a system, if you will, that they have created. The intent behind this is not to say abandon what is working well for you, that is creating great results for you now. That is not what this message is. This, though, is a program that responds to the many, many requests that we've had to say, we don't have a system. We don't have a system that works, and we need something. So if you are running at 80 miles an hour and it's working well, boy, keep on going. But if there's something in here you can use, borrow, please feel free to do that. If you don't have a system, that's what this is all about.
And that's an excellent point. We are not trying to reinvent the wheel. We're just trying to share the wheel with more coaches and more diamond coaches. So
we took the idea, the concept of the challenge group guides, took the best thinking, put this together. Of course, it had to move from paper, from great strategy into execution. So talk a little bit about how you started to implement